Hello, space pilot Mr. Cool Guy here. And well, it's another transmission. Another day on space. Gosh, I don't even know how many days I've been out here. I haven't thought to keep track. Probably should have. Then why would I? Yes. Let's see. Oh, they have tried to see if they could establish contact with the inventor I'll be meeting. Yes, Velcor Nuvax. They were trying to see if he was available. He doesn't always answer. Which makes me think he's some sort of like recluse and whatnot. Who knows? Maybe his communicator just needed a good recharge or whatever. But hopefully they can establish contact with him soon. I guess they want him to get through the excitement of meeting me before they land. But in the meantime, it's time for 10 more random facts you may or may not know. Starting with fact number uno. Or number 1. Radiant remains. Diaphonization is a process that turns animal remains into colorful works of art. Also called clearing and staining, it requires a lot of training and involves the use of many chemicals. The animal is first soaked in a special liquid to make it see-through. Then, certain chemicals are used to add color to specific body parts, like bones or muscle. The result is a scientific masterpiece. That is wild. Dang. Can you imagine? Someone digs up your remains and it's all colorful, it's all these different colors, right? They'd probably think, someone vandalized this grave, right? Until someone comes along, eventually explains, this grave was not vandalized, the remains were buried like that, right? And they ask, buried like that? But how? How did you do that? Well, you see, it was a combination of certain chemicals that gave the remains a colorful look. They wanted to die looking colorful and vibrant. Oh. Okay. Interesting choice, but hey. I guess to each their own, right? I mean, probably take a lot of said chemicals for human remains, but not a bad way to go. And now, on to fact number 2. Open wide. If you thought pelicans couldn't get any weirder, they pelican. Pelicans have a large throat pouch for catching prey, kind of like a fishing net, but the pouch takes on an even stranger appearance when the bird yawns. Just like humans, birds need to stretch their bodies. One way to do this is by yawning. Pelicans yawn by opening their beak wide and rolling their head back. This inverts their pouch over their neck, creating a bizarre bulge in the shape of the bird's spine. Quite a show for an unsuspecting onlooker. Dang, that is... You know, If you were to see that, like, up close and in person, that would probably freak you out at first. Like, ooh, that would be a little creepy at first. If you didn't know what you were looking at. But dang, that, man, it's a good thing we can't do that. Because, if we had the ability to do that, there'd be people using it for, like, pranks and stuff. Like to scare people. Today, I'm gonna scare some local people by yawning in a way that brings my insides through to my outsides. Gonna scare them so bad. Make sure to like and subscribe. Right, let be people that do that. And don't tell me that there are those of you that wouldn't. I know, there are people out there that would. Anyways, on to fact number 3. Fishy feast. A Central African cichlid fish known as Burton's mouth brooder shelters her eggs and baby fish in her mouth to keep them safe from predators, but sometimes eats more than 3/4 of them herself. Wow. Okay. The mother fish is unable to feed normally during her brooding period, so she snacks on her own young in order to remain healthy. Wow, okay, that's... there you go. A cannibalistic fish. I mean, I guess she's gotta eat somehow, so the remaining fish can have a mother fish to watch over and take care of them, but still, that's, yeah. Okay. Well then, moving on to fact number 4. Purple honey. Honeybees in the Sand Hills region of North Carolina produce purple honey. Flowers growing in the North Carolina coastal area contain more aluminum than other regions, and it's thought that the purple color of the honey is the result of a chemical reaction between acid in the bees' stomachs and the aluminum in the flowers on which they feed. That is interesting. Purple honey. Man, can you imagine, like, you got these bees from one region, the bees that make yellow honey, and they're coming over to instruct this new hive on how to make honey. And now, to produce the yellow honey that we make our hives with, nah. We's gonna do our own thing. What? We're gonna make purple honey. Purple honey? But why? Because we've been doing that for a bit, making purple honey. But I think it has something to do with the flowers we're eating from. We'll just eat from different flowers. Nah, we're good, thanks. I mean, if they're making purple honey, does that mean their beehives are purple? Purple beehive. It's different. It stands out from the crowd. Well, it's time for fact number 5. Great Escape. The mystery of how a number of sheep kept escaping from their pen at a farm in Northumberland, England, was solved when a sheep named Lucy was caught on camera poking her head through the fence and opening the gate latch with her mouth. That is a clever sheep. You know? That's a clever girl. Oh man, when you're a sheep, it's figured out a way to open the gate to get out of that pen. It's probably trying to tell you something. Probably saying, build a bigger pen. I need more room to roam around. Or something like that. Right? Or maybe you just need a better gate lock. Just saying. But now, it's time to move on to fact number 6. Owl intruder. A trespassing owl shut down Agnes Scott College's McCain Library in Decatur, Georgia for 4 days in February 2023 after flying down the chimney and perching in the rafters 50 feet or 15 meters above the floor and out of the reach of library staff. The bird was eventually captured and released by a falconer using a hydraulic lift. Dang. That's crazy, bro. The whole library getting shut down because you can't reach an owl that's in your rafters. Bruh, can you imagine they heard the sound of flapping and who's there? And it responds, who? Right? It would probably be able to tell us the sound of an owl. And for some reason they didn't, because like they came in a bit tired, they haven't had their coffee. Like, you, who, you. Who's there? Who are you? Who's saying who? Right, and then they turn on the lights. Or they probably already would have turned on the lights. At that point, and then they see it's an owl. Like, oh, that's who. Right. Yeah. Well, it's time to move on to fact number 7. Always standing. Giraffes spend most of their lives standing up. They even sleep and give birth while on all fours. The 6.5 foot or 2 meter fall from the mother to the ground does not hurt a newborn giraffe. Wow. I guess giraffes always land on their feet. That is, man. Could you imagine if the women, the humans, the female humans, had to give birth standing up? Bro, that would. I mean, you're already in so much pain. Your legs are probably gonna be on fire. You try to push that baby out while standing. Right? You better hope the doctor, catches your baby. Otherwise, that baby gonna fall down to the floor. And it's probably gonna take some damage. Right? Which, is why, the women give birth lying down on a bed for the safety of the baby and because they're going to be in too much pain to give birth standing up. Right. But, anywho, it's time to move on to fact number 8. Pet tiger. Pet cats share 95.6% of their genetic makeup with tigers. You know, lions and tigers and cheetahs, oh my, they share DNA with cats, because technically they're of the cat family. I mean, I would not recommend having a tiger as a pet. I know, it's considered like an exotic pet, but like, why would you have it as a pet? Like, nonetheless, how would you even tame one to have it as a pet in the first place? Like, that is crazy. Like, what? Oh man. Yeah. I probably wouldn't go near a tiger either. It's dangerous. Tiger will want to eat you. It is not your friend. Unless it's at the zoo, then it's in a place where it can't get you. As long as you don't try to jump into a tiger pit. Right? Which would only probably happen if you went to the zoo drunk. Because we all know that if you were sober, you wouldn't be stupid enough to jump into a tiger pit, right? Right? Hopefully not. And if so, hope you plan for your funeral. You probably aren't getting out of that alive. But now, it's time to move on to fact number 9. Boundless books. Artist Matej Kren used 8,000 books to build a tower that seems to stretch on forever. Titled Idiom, the sculpture can be found at the Municipal Library of Prague in the Czech Republic. Matej used books that were going to be thrown away to create the tower. He gave them new life by turning them into immersive art. You peer inside the tower's teardrop-shaped hole. The stack of books appears endless. Although it seems magical, it is actually a clever optical illusion. Matej created the effect by placing mirrors at the top and bottom of the tower. Dang. That is crazy, bro. Can you imagine, though? If there was a little endless tower of books? Like, dang. That's a lot of books, nonetheless. But still. Man. I couldn't imagine how long it would have took to, make sure those books were aligned properly to where the tower didn't topple. Because that would be a lot of books falling on you. That would be quite painful. Especially if it's like a thick book. Yeah. You're probably gonna end up with a broken foot. Maybe a broken nose. Who knows? I guess no one but your nose knows. Well, it's time for fact number 10. When cars fly. Built in the 1949, Moulton Taylor's Aerocar was a sight to be seen on the road and in the sky. Both the car and an airplane, the Aerocar featured detachable wings and a tail to quickly convert. On the road it could go as fast as 67 miles per hour, or 107 kilometers per hour. But in flight it could reach speeds of over 100 miles per hour, or 161 kilometers per hour. While sales did not take off due to cost and a compromised design, Taylor held on to the belief that the flying car would eventually become the norm. Well, shoot, ain't that something? A flying car. Yeah, I believe they tried to make a flying car again. It was a scam. It wasn't really a flying car at all. Shoot. billion put into it. Yeah, I don't know if that's true, the money part, but I mean, do we really need a flying car? And other than the fact that, you know, you could fly over the traffic and you wouldn't necessarily need to pay for a plane, right? Unless you'd rather just sit in the plane and let the pilot do the flying for you. I mean, if you were to drive a flying car, you wouldn't need more than just a driver's license, right? You need a pilot's license as well. And some people just are not fit for flying. Like piloting a flying vehicle. Like, just no. Nada. Well, there we have it. That was 10 facts you may or may not have known, but you know now. Was there any that you knew? If so, let me know down in the comments below. I love hearing from you. And you know, if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, so the algorithm knows you want to see more appear in your recommended, and that you'd like others to hopefully see in their recommended. You know, if you do want to see, hear, and learn more of these weird, wild, interesting, and crazy facts, then, you know, subscribe so you can be notified when new transmissions are uploaded. I recommend this to others so they also can get the facts on the interweb from Space Pilot Mr. Cool Guy. Yep, recommend it to your friends, your family, people you know, people that aren't subscribed, people that have never seen this. Go share it with the world. And as always, I'm Space Pilot Mr. Cool Guy, and as I always say when it comes to the facts, to infinity and more facts.